Hello everyone. How is everyone doing? I welcome you all in this Mandala session. Here I am your host Nidhi Prakash, and today we are going to draw a mandala on a little bigger paper. As usual, we used to draw on a 6-inch square paper, but today I am going to draw on a 8-inch square paper. We can work either on a 8-inch square or a 9-inch square, both will work. Hi Elsa from France. Hi Celine. Hi Christine. Hello Shruti. Hi Karen from the cold and soggy south of England. I know the weather. Hi Anne. Hi Sharon from North Carolina. Yay. It's a little nostalgic. I have been there for 9 years in North Carolina. Now I am in Washington, Seattle. Hello everyone. That's so awesome, Judith. Try your best. And I would suggest, like today, it is a little bigger paper. So you can try to draw little, not the whole mandala. Maybe you can draw one fraction of it and then you can repeat the same later. So it's your choice. And before I start, let's quickly see the hashtags for today's artwork. It is Mandala NPA 077. This is the 77th Mandala session. And today's date, Mandala NPA 2023, 03 March and 11th. Nidhi Prakash Arts, Mandala Drawing. And you can write Mandala, hashtag Mandala Love and Mandala or whatever you want to write for your own hashtags you can make. And a little disclaimer. So this is what we did in our past session. If you see like the size of the paper I'm just showing here, it is 6 inches and this one is 8 inches paper you see on my art table. I'm going to use two different tip size pen. One is little thick and the thin 0802. You can use whatever tip size you have. We need pencil for the drawing, some little markings, compass for some circle drawing, helix circle on any protector to divide it into angles, to draw the lines for with the ruler, eraser, pencil for the shading, and tortillon or any blending stump for the blending and shading. That's all. So is everybody ready? Shall I start? I'm excited today. This is on a little big paper. So you can work on a little 9-inch paper also. So if you work on a 9-inch paper, you will see little half inches extra space on all four sides. That will help later in, like, if you are framing it or something like that. So it works very well on a 9-inch paper too. So the first thing is to mark the center. So I'm marking on the 4 inches on the top and the bottom, joining it, and this is the center, 4-inch. Now after the 4-inch, I'm going to put few markings, and this time I'm going to use the centimeter side of the ruler, and I'm switching on the, let me see the measurements. Here you go. Where are the mandala measurements? I think these are the ones. Yes. So these are the mandala measurements. And if anyone wants to write it in the chat for the later users, please write it down. It is 0.5 centimeters, then 0.7 centimeters, then 3 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 7 centimeters, 7.5 centimeter, and 9 centimeters. So these are the measurements. To draw the concentric circles. So now I'm looking for my rotator, and it is absolutely optional to use the rotator. It just helps to draw the circle a little quicker. That's it. This is also one of the supplies, and whatever supplies I'm using, you can see the Amazon links and their name in the description of the video. Or if you don't find anything, you can ask me later on Facebook page when I'm going to make a post of it, or any social media, either on Facebook page. And I'm so happy. Yesterday, Facebook suggested me and showed me that I reached 8K followers on Facebook page. So I want to say thank you to all of you who joined me and followed me on the Facebook page, Nidhi Prakash Arts, and any other social media too. So thank you, everyone. And if you have not followed my page, Nidhi Prakash Arts on Facebook, please do so. And if you have not subscribed the YouTube channel, this is the time. Please do subscribe. And don't forget to click on the thumbs up button for today's video too. So these are our all concentric circles. Markings are on the screen as well as I see. Thank you, Shruti, for volunteering and writing down the markings in the chat. So it will help for the people who are going to join it a little late. So now we are going to divide it into degrees. So here is my protector, this helix circle. You can use the helix circle. This is a 360-degree protector, or you can use any 180-degree one. So both will work. It is just quicker. I need not to change the direction. I'm aligning it on my line from the 0 center and this, and now again I'm grabbing my pencil, holding it tight and marking it every 10 degrees. Please mark it at every 10 degrees. I'm just making these dots at every 10 degree. And here are all my markings. Now I don't need that helix circle. Now we are going to draw the lines. So we need not to draw lines all the way through the center, but make sure that your ruler is crossing the center point. We are going to draw just on the both side of the center like this. Aligning your ruler with the center dot and draw the line on the both side. I'm here using mechanical pencil 0.5 mm and the HB lid. I'm going off and I'm going to repeat it. Take your time, keep drawing, draw slow, and Please write down in the chat who is drawing along with me. You can write down 1 or 2 as always. If you are drawing along with me, please write down 1. And if you are just enjoying watching the video, please write down 2. And make sure you have clicked on the thumbs up button of the video. So please leave the chat and click on the thumbs up button. I hope you guys are enjoying. Perfect. So this is the Thank you, Valerie. And I don't understand the language, Crystal, so but it's good that Valerie replied you. That's so cool. Thank you, guys. It's so cool. A lot of people are drawing and watching also. So that's so awesome. Now I'm just erasing this center line. We don't really need this part. And I'm taking out the pencil from this and I'm putting the pen, as we are going to make 3 circles with the pen. Only 3, not all of them, okay? So only 3 circles. Which 3 circles? You are going to see very soon. I'm going to just put the pen on the tip, on this compass. So the center 2 circles, 0.5 and 0.7. Oops, it's kind of getting loose. 0.5, 0.7, and the 7 inches one. This is the 7 inches. Let's just make sure. The 7 centimeters, I mean. I'm sorry. Which one is the 7? Did I do the 7? Why it's not joining? Okay. So this one is the 7 one. It's little inside. Yes, this is the 7. Perfect. So only these 3 circles we required to trace with the pen. You can trace it later with the pen. If not now, that's absolutely fine. Good evening, Els. So the first thing, let's just complete this center of our mandala just with this shading pencil that is little darker like the 4B one. Then with the thinner pen, we can do a little bit of these dots in the edges, a little bit of stippling in the edges with the very thin black pen. Whatever very thin tip you have, you can use that. And in the center, I'm going to use this white jelly roll pen. 05. That is also optional. If you don't have it, you can just skip this one, but if you have it, you can just use this. So this is the center of this mandala. Yes, 7 centimeter. I traced it with the pen, Valerie. I traced 0.5 mm, 0.7 mm, and the 7 centimeter, 0.5 centimeter, zero point 0.7 centimeter, and 7 centimeters, all three with the pen. And now I would like you to grab your pencil and first draw these little petals to decide the blocks. So this one is a straight here. That is the first line. Second line, we are going to go curvy line in and then like this. So it's a little curve. Leave 3 lines. And this time we are going to go to this side. So if you want, you can draw it in the flow, going out and then curvy in. Please draw it with the pencil first. There's no harm in drawing all with the pencil first. I just moved a little bit further away from that corner. I don't understand your question, Crystal. If Valerie can give the reply or if anyone can translate what she's asking, because I can't understand this. I think this is in the French. I would really appreciate if anyone can help her or can translate whatever she's saying in the chat so that I can reply her back. Now I'm using this Micron 08 and this time we are going to trace on this line and the petal as well. Thank you, Valerie. Although I don't understand what you guys are talking about. I think some centimeter numbers. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it, Valerie. Thanks for letting me know. I was just wondering what is this 1 or 2 centimeter. I was just thinking there is no 1 or 2 centimeter marking here. Yes, one if you are drawing along with me, two if you're just watching. Now we are going to draw inside. So if you want, you can draw the inside petal again with the pencil, like here. Or if you want, you can do directly with the pen. It's your choice. I'm still using the pen Micron 08, which is supposedly a little thick tip pen for me. I made one video on the Micron pens for their tip size. They come in various tips and it is really handy to see that sometimes which tip you really want to use. So it's a good idea to first try all the pens, whatever you have, and then decide accordingly. Hi Samira, that's so nice that you could make it today. Nice to have you in the session. So we are done with these two drawings, and now I would like to change my pen to a little thinner tip pen. This is Micron 02. And if you want, before that, we can do little erasing just in these petals here. I'm not asking you to erase the inside ones, just in this one. Now I'm just looking for my brush. If I see, I'm keeping my supplies a little bit. Okay, no worries. Let me just do it with the tissue paper here. Perfect. Now this is the pen Micron 02, which we are going to use to draw the inner aura lines, double line, carefully. On the both side. Take your time, no rush. Now we are going to repeat it in all the petals. You can use the same tip pen also. It's not really important that you have to change the pen if you don't have it. If you have it, feel free to use the thinner tip one. But you can work with just one pen for all the lines. Hi Hardeep, I'm doing good, thank you. I know Samira, now I'm doing alternate weeks and tomorrow we are going to do Zendala, like the Zentangle session. So Saturday's Mandala session, Sunday's Zentangle session. But every alternate week. And I'm working on one of the uh, project, one of the big mandala. It's on the 14-inch square paper for all my Patreons and all my YouTube members, okay and above, to say as a thank you for everyone who are supporting me and joined me as a patron or as a member in the YouTube. I really appreciate all of you. And when you support me in a Patreon or as a YouTube member, you can unlock various other big mandala projects. So this time I'm making, as you know already, if you have worked along with me earlier, that I'll have a little secret love with the sacred geometry. So again, my this time mandala is also based on the one of the sacred geometry symbol that I really like, and that is the Metatron's cube. I have one of this working picture of this if you want. So this is the work in progress picture of the Metatron's cube, which I'm working for all my Patreons and all my YouTube members. It is on the 14-inch square paper. So you will see this mandala very soon. There are various other 14-inch mandalas which are available for everyone on my YouTube channel. If you have not seen those yet, and if you really want to make the big mandalas, feel free to check them. So generally you will see mandalas on my channel either on a 6-inch square paper, which we did like last to last week. Though those are like this. You can see this is the 6-inch square. And the one we are working on a 8-inch square, you can see lots of 8-inch square mandalas also. Those are also all available on my YouTube channel. Most of them are the Celtic knots or the sacred geometry ones. So you can see these mandalas, they are all also on the 8-inch square paper. Like today we are working on a 8-inch square paper. If you have a bigger paper, I would suggest you to draw it on a 9-inch square paper. So you will have half inches extra empty space on all four sides on your paper. That will help later on if you are hanging it, framing it, and you can cut it later if it requires. But if you have little extra space on the all four sides, there is no harm in it. That's what I feel. I originally drew it on a 9-inch square paper, this particular design which we are drawing right now. After this, we are going to draw. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Ellery. Oh, hi, Rajni. Now we are going to draw lots of circles as we always do in our mandalas. Draw slow. Touch all the sides, both sides on the line of the petal and top side from the other circle. I'm still using the same pen, Micron 02. Now we are going to repeat all these circles in all the petals. Draw with full focus. These repeated pattern drawing with full focus gives such a meditative effect that after one point of time you don't think anything else. You are so much focused in your drawing, and still you need not to be worried because you are repeating the same pattern again and again. To me, it gives a very nice meditative effect. It works on me. I hope it works the same for you, and that brings so much happiness. Do you also feel same while drawing these patterns? Pattern drawing is all about repetition. And when you repeat the same pattern again and again, but still you have to be focused because you cannot draw circle anywhere else or anywhere size. You have to draw like they are supposed to be touch here and touch to the other circle. So you have to be focused. Still, it is just the repetition. That's what brings your mind to that calmness that makes you feel that as if you are meditating. That's what I feel for myself. Any kind of the pattern drawing. But this is specifically mandala drawing because you kind of repeat the same pattern into the circle in all segments. And that's what makes it a lot of different from doodling and all other pattern drawing, because it's not that we are changing something here or something there, rather it's just stays into the circular way. I'm going to look into the chat once I'm done with maybe with this petal. Yes, kind of a zen flow. Yeah. Good morning, Pilot Dinah from Texas. Awesome. Nice to have you in the session. Yes, Valerie, kind of the zen flow. Well said. So what I'm thinking, because this is a little bigger size paper and we have limited time, so let me just do half of it in the session and half you can repeat whenever you have time. How about that? Because we might not complete, because this is the bigger paper, we might not complete it into the whole time. So I'm just leaving these 3 of the leaves because we are going to repeat the same thing. I hope that's okay with everyone. What do you say, guys? Yes, Shruti, thank you. So these 3 petals is going to be exactly same. Let me work in rest of them, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 petals. Now we are going to work in this inside. So please look carefully. We have this center point here already. So we are going to make like this cross here. So we already have this center point, so we know where this cross point should intersect. Now after that we have these 4 sections. So these 4 sections we are going to just draw these kind of the aura lines, these half diamond or the triangularish, and here it is kind of the full diamond. So full diamond in the top and the bottom section, and half of diamonds in the both side sections. And we are going to repeat the same thing in all the 8 petals, but right now in this session, I'm not going to complete all of the petals. I'm going to do some of them so that you exactly know what is the drawing pattern and you can follow along, like you can do the same thing in the other petals at your own free time. Draw at your own speed, don't rush, please. Enjoy the process. That is the most important part of this whole session. Nidhi proposed. I don't know what are you saying, Valerie. You must be talking in your. If you can tell me what you guys are talking about. And I really appreciate it that you are helping her out and giving replies to her queries. You can use 01 pen also for this, or you can use little thicker tip pen like 03 and all, that's fine. Thank you, Heather Day. Yeah, I know, just for me time, and it is really required sometimes that you just spend time for yourself. Now I'm just drawing these little tiny circles in these leftover spaces. Again, if you want to change your pen and want to use the 01, feel free to do that because this is a little tinier space. Sometimes we just fill those areas and like these interstices. But right now in this design, I have planned not to fill them, rather to draw these tiny circles. It's pretty cold here. I see some of you have written that it's cold and snowy at your place. Be careful. Stay in the leftover space only. I really appreciate it, Valerie, for helping out and translating and talking in your language. That is just a good support for me. And I really want to appreciate for those who joined my Patreon for a year at once. So in that way you saved money also and I get money too. So that's a really nice way. If you want, you can subscribe my Patreon for a whole year altogether. And I really appreciate who did this month and earlier too. Perfect. So there are lots of uh, mandalas which are available on the 14-inch square on my uh, YouTube channel. You can see. So these are the 3 mandalas. This is on the 14-inch square. It is available for everyone. This is mandala number 2. It is also available. This is also. And this is mandala 3. And this one is available for all my Patreons. It is called the 3D Flower of Life along with lots of other mandalas. It is again on the 14-inch square. And why it is called the Flower of Life mandala, you can see this little bit movement of this paper to see that how it looks 3D style. Yeah, you can. So this one is the 3D mandala. It is available for all my Patreons. You can make that 3D one. And this one is the Metatrons Cube. This is still work in progress. And I'm going to share that one with all my Patreons and YouTube members, oak and above. Nice. Now let's start working on this outer side of the petals. So again, before we start working, I would suggest to grab your eraser. We don't really need all these lines now. It's good if we erase them before we draw our organic patterns here. So it's kind of a mixture of these straight lines and the organic patterns in this one. So geometric style and the organic style together. I'm just using this tissue paper to clean it off. Generally, I use my brush. I don't know where did I keep it. It happens sometimes. Otherwise, I'm pretty good in organizing my stuff, but it happens sometimes. So now I'm using my, again, the thin pen and drawing those little tiny leaf shape, like the stem of the leaf, and it can go anywhere, in this area. We are just going to fill them. Like, who knows the Zentangle? It's a beautiful poke leaf, but you can call it any heart shape kind of the leaf. It can go in any direction. As you see in my other sections, I'm going to go in any direction wherever they are going. And then these little fescues or little these twigs. Here we are going to fill these all leftover spaces or the negative spaces. Okay, now we are going to do the same thing. Let them go in any direction, anywhere. Don't think that they all are supposed to be exactly same, of the same size, or in the same direction. They can be little big, little small, little left or right. That's what the beauty about these kind of the organic designs. These two are my two go tangles. If you have worked along with me in the Tangle Marathon sessions, those are like when we created the journal and we drew lots of tangles based on their category. So there is one category that you can make. Once you are done drawing all the categories, you can decide which one is your to go tangle, or you keep on drawing that tangle again and again in most of your artwork. So you will find yourself which one is your to go tangle. These fescues are especially my to go tangle. Generally, Mocha is also one of my to go tangles in that. But if you have not attended any of the Zentangle session or those ones, you might find what are these names. These are the names of the patterns. You can draw these 3 pokey leaf or 4 pokey leaf. It's absolutely fine. How much you can fit in this space. You might draw them a little bit bigger or smaller, so you can draw just 2 or 3 or 4. Let's see if anyone is seeing anything. That is the fun with the organic tangle, that they make their own way. They can grow and go in any direction, wherever you feel like while drawing. Okay, now this one more. So I try to draw 3 pokey leaf or 3 of these kind of the leaves in each section, but they all are going into the different directions in every section. It's not exactly same, and that is the best part of these organic tangles, where we are drawing these kind of the leaves and flowers and all that stuff. Vine. Okay, how is it looking so far? Here on the East Coast, we will be changing to Eastern Standard Time 1 hour back. Will it affect our classes tomorrow for me? Oh, tomorrow it's the daytime changing. No, I'm going to take the same 8 a.m. tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific time, so it would be 11 a.m. for you, Judith. It will be same. Thank you, Navi. Thank you, Shruti. Now we are going to work on this outer part. So if you want, you can grab your pencil first. So in outer part, we have these tiny sections. So I would suggest you to divide it into kind of this half like this, so that we can draw these kind of the petals. Our basic building block of the mandalas. So if you want, you can draw all this with the pencil first and then trace it with the pen. Or if you want, you can do directly with the pen. It's your choice. I'm here using Micron 08 now.
It's 9 a.m. Simply Safe is already armed.
Feel free to draw it with the pencil first or to mark it with the pencil first. The basic petal shape Just draw in the flow and enjoy the drawing. Like in my cute drawing, I generally say, like in the practice, I generally ask kids, the younger kids, to draw these kind of the U shape, when we draw these two lines. So I ask them to draw inside the line just for the hand and eye coordination. That's exactly what we are doing here, but just in the round. That's what reminding me right now. So I take lots of uh, skill-based drawing sessions. It started with the very younger kids to all the age groups, with the cute drawing to um, graphite art to color pencils and acrylic painting. So all those are the skill based on the on the not on the YouTube. Those are on the Google Meet two-way sessions. Those are the small group sessions, all based on the US time zone. Now I'm just changing my pen and I'm grabbing my this little thinner one, 02, to divide this into half here. Again, just the straight line, geometric pattern. It's absolutely okay if all petals are not looking same, if lines are not that thin, or because we are not going to compare each and every tiny petal with each other. Rather, when we are done with the whole mandala, we are going to see it as a whole. So enjoy the process and keep drawing. Have fun. Keep smiling. So tomorrow it will be different time for the India people then. But for the US it will be same. For the India people it will be 1 hour early. Tomorrow we are going to see in the Zentangle session that will be on a 3.5 inch square tile. You can just draw a 3.5 inch square on your paper or on your drawing pad or wherever you are drawing that. We call this hatching when we do in our graphite art classes. We do the pencil techniques. That time we do the slanted hatching. If anyone is interested to see some of my graphite art classes project or the colored pencils one, or if you want to see some of the mandalas for the Patreons or for the YouTube members, You can just write down in the chat. I'll show you. I've shown them a lot of times in my various videos. And the best part of the Patreon and for the YouTube Oak members and above, that you not only support me, rather you unlock all these videos at once. It's not that just you open few of them. You will open all of them at once, all from the very beginning to now, whatever I'm posting. So you can see all of them all together. That is the best part. It's not just for the one or the two or the past 2 months mandalas only. That's what I like it about. Perfect. And now we are going to work on this top and the last layer. So if you want, again, you can use it with the pencil. Let me do quickly just one line with the pencil. We are going to draw this diagonal line all the way from here to this, like this. And then the opposite. So now I'm just going to use this. Let me use first this 08. And now we are going to repeat the same thing on the opposite side. So now you see we get these so many diamonds as a crown. So before we work in the diamonds, let's first work inside of these little triangles here. So let me first change the pen. Micron 02 again. Oh yeah, that's so nice. Yes, Nevi, that you can choose which one you are ready for, which one you want to do, the bigger one, the smaller one. One, two, three, and we will fill this bottom one and we'll fill this in between 2 or 3. And we will fill this here, center part also. 1, 2, 3. And we will fill in between 2. 1, 2, 3. So these big ones, I'm going to fill it with the big pen, like the 081. But these tiny here, I'm going to fill it. With the 02. So I'm just filling the tiny space now with this 021, and then I fill this big one with the 08. So that's how it will be a little quicker, I think. I'm drawing these 3 lines, 3 triangular lines in between 2 petals. So which pens? Are you guys using 2 different pens, whoever is drawing along with me, or you are just working with the one pen? Are you using 2 different tip size pen, thick or thin? It looks little different when you use the 2 different, tip size, but you can work with the one tip size too. That's not a big deal. If you don't have the 2 different tip size pen, that's absolutely fine. We should not stop drawing if we don't have all the supplies. We should not think like that. Whatever supplies we have, we should be creative with that too. Now I'm just changing my pen to 08 to fill these leftover spaces here. And these little triangles. So now it is quicker because I'm using this little thicker tip pen, 08. Sometimes if you go a little bit inside the petal or something with the pen, if you have the white jelly roll pen, you can use that to fix that point. A little bit of those lines. But otherwise, when you are done with the whole, they are not actually visible. And now we are going to draw these kind of diamonds. In all our diamonds, we are going to repeat the same thing. That is the fun in the mandala drawing, that we keep the same thing, same pattern. Draw as many diamonds as you can. Use the thinner tip pen to get that effect. So I tried to work in this whole mandala with two pens, 08 and 02. But you can use little bit more thicker or thinner. And like if you are using on a little, you can draw this same mandala on a little bigger paper also, or a little smaller one too. Like on the 6-inch, if you want, you can do it on the 6-inch. Or if you want to do it on a little bigger one, that will also work. If you want to keep it classic, you can draw exactly the way I'm drawing, black and white. But if you want to give the color, feel free to do that. I'm kind of drawing 4 of the these inner diamonds. You can draw 3 or 2 or 5, whatever number you can fit in. After that, we are going to have our last layer of the drawing on the above of this. I hope everyone is enjoying, whoever is watching or whoever is drawing. Do you want to say something? You are welcome. I don't really want to pronounce your name wrong. we have reached to the last layer. Yay! So in the last layer, we are going to work again the organic style because we have done with this geometric one. So I would like you to change again to the 08 pen. And again, one of my very favorite one. Let me start from this corner. We are going to draw two of the petals. One is staying at this circle and one is going little above this circle. Two petals curvy flowing on the each side, one on the left, one on the right. Left is staying inside that circle, right one is going little above than that. They can be a little bit thick or small, it's absolutely fine. I'm drawing this with the pen 08 and after that I'm going to change my pen to 02 for some finishing. Let me draw here too. Thank you, Swapnaja. Now I'm changing my pen to 02 again for drawing inside of these petals, these little curvy lines and the dots. This rotator is really helpful. It speeds up my process a lot. So generally for my 14-inch mandalas, I use that bigger rotator. That is 21 inches one. And for all my these small ones, I use this small rotator. I think this is 13 inches one. I have given the link of the both rotators also in my video description. If you want, you can check there. Now the last drawing, again lots of circles. Circles are never enough, right? This time they are very tiny. As a filler. You can draw them as many, as less as you want. There is no right and wrong in this thing. It's absolutely up to you. You can draw as big, as small, as many. They are to create the texture and to fill this little area. Thank you, Crystal. So whoever is drawing along with me, are you guys drawing it on a 8-inch square or a 9-inch square? I'm working on a 8-inch square paper. You can tell me in the chat, and you can tell me when you are going to share your project with me on Facebook page or anywhere else in the social media, that what is your paper size for this mandala. What did you choose, 8-inch or 9-inch? 8-inch, okay. That's all is the drawing, and now is the main and the very important part of any of these kind of the pattern drawing is the shading. And to give some decoration, this is the time for you to decide I don't understand, 18.5 centimeters. Oh, maybe you are giving me the dimension of your paper. Okay, so if you are saying 18.5 centimeters, so mine is, if you see the centimeter, is the 20.5-ish centimeter. Okay, so yours is a little smaller, it looks like. That's absolutely okay. Now I'm going to use this pencil. I'm a little bit sharpening the tip. So for this one, I generally use this sharpener to get this thin tip. And here, so I'm going to erase all these pencil lines later whenever I get time. So this is the little I already did here, but I'm just doing it a little bit over those black dots very lightly to make this darker. Because I really want this area a little bit dark. I'm seeing on the screen and I'm making it. Shading makes a lot of difference. I showed you already. You can just take a look quickly again. This 3D flower of life. So it looks so beautiful 3D, right? So shading plays really very important role in the any kind of the mandala. Now let me start with this here. And there will be no shading in this circle one. I'm not going to do any shading in this circle layer of these petals. Only in this diamond one, okay? Rather, I'm going to complete drawing these circles all the way to the base. If you cannot draw the circle, just make the dots so that it creates that illusion that these are the circles going to the all the way to the center. Let's not leave that space empty. And with your this tortillon also, if you want, you can do a little bit of the shading in your these little leaves. So I don't really want to use the pencil for that, just you can use your this dirty blending stump or the tortillon for this soft kind of the blending like this. Let me bring it a little closer so that it's much more clearly visible. So which one is your best part in this one? Like the center, or these big petals, or the circles, or these pokey leaves, or the diamonds on the outer? Is any specific pattern which you like most and you think you are going to draw this pattern a lot in your future other projects, whichever you guys are designing by yourself? And why not? You can combine various designs from the various other, mandalas, and you can make your own, come up with your own style. And you can join me every other alternate Saturdays and Sundays, or Saturdays for the mandala drawing, Sundays for the Zentangle session. Tomorrow's Zentangle art is really little different and very filled, and so many tangles we are going to draw tomorrow. It's filled with lots of tangles, our tomorrow's tile. You can see the tile picture in that, in my YouTube channel. If you go to the YouTube channel page, you will see the upcoming video stream, I think on the very top. So you can see the picture of the artwork, whichever you are going to draw in that session there. If you want to check the artwork which we are going to do tomorrow, you can check at my YouTube page, as well as I made the event on my Facebook page. There also you can see that artwork. Okay, now after doing this soft shading and all, you love poke leaf, fescue and tipple, awesome. Now we are going to do little shading just here in these little empty triangular-ish area, and little bit here too on this diamond top. After this, I'll show you my 9-inch, the same mandala which I did on the 9-inch square paper. Maybe you might find a little bit difference because I just use that as my reference picture, and when I actually draw any project, I just draw with the flow a little bit. So I might add or edit, modify some of the pattern when I draw mandala whichever is coming to my mind, but I keep in that theme, all the pattern and the design. So we have to erase all these actually lines and these boundary lines to get that perfect look before the blending. I will share with you shortly the mandala which I did on the same mandala I did on a 9-inch square paper, so that you can see if you do the same mandala on a 9-inch square paper, you are going to get half inches extra white paper on your mandalas, a little bit more empty space in your composition. And we are going to do a little bit shading here also. It is important. To create that dimension up and down. I'm just doing this little round and round motion, scumbling, which we call, for the blending. For the final finishing, it requires a lot more cleaning, a lot more. I see the pencil lines are visible. I think it was a wise decision that we just did kind of halfish of it. And we could do that now. Just the last one here. Let me do a little bit. Little tiny around these corners of the diamonds. Don't worry, you can still see all those tipples slightly once you smudge them. Once you just blend all your this graphite pencil, you can still see all these tipples beneath that. Take your time before you say that it's done, because we need to erase lots of pencil lines. I can see in all these diamonds here in center, there are a very tiny thin pencil lines is visible. I'm going to erase them lightly with the same this mono zero eraser. It works very well for all these precision erasing. That's it. So now let me show you. Thank you, MS Vicky. So this is the same mandala I did on a little bigger paper. You see, it's kind of half inchish extra. So this is on the 9-inch square paper, the same one. And today we did the same on the 8.5-inch square paper. No, 8-inch square paper, sorry. So you can choose whatever size, whatever shape you want to do. And you can decide how you want to draw. A little bit changes, but it's the same kind of the theme, same inspiration. So that's all. And tomorrow we are going to do a very little intricate kind of the design in the Zentangle art session. So you can join me in this session. I'm still here for a few more minutes. Please, if you have not clicked the thumbs up button, do that. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe the channel. And I want to say thank you to all the followers on the Facebook, because yesterday I reached at the 8K followers. So I really want to say thank you each and every one of you. And if you have not followed the page yet, Nidhi Prakash Arts on the Facebook as well as on Instagram and Pinterest, it's your choice. So yeah, that's it. You're loving the little leaves. Awesome, Heather. That's nice. Thank you, everyone. Oh, I get it, Navi. Take your time. Thank you, Theresa. So nice to have you in the session, Theresa. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. See you tomorrow, same time. But for the India people, it might be a little 1 hour early because it is the daytime saving. So, bye.